One bright and sunny afternoon, Sarah was playing in her grandfather's garage, just as she always did during the weekends. She loved spending time there because it was full of interesting tools, old bicycles, and the occasional gadget that her grandfather tinkered with. But that day, something caught her eye that she had never noticed before: a dusty old car hidden under a large, faded cover in the corner of the garage. Curious, Sarah walked over and pulled the cover off. Beneath it was a sleek, shiny car with a deep blue color. It didn't look like any car she had ever seen. The wheels were bigger, the doors had unusual designs, and the headlights seemed to sparkle like stars. "Wow," Sarah whispered, amazed by the car's beauty. She reached out to touch it, but before her fingers could graze the surface, a voice suddenly echoed around her. "Hello, Sara." Sarah jumped back, startled. "Who said that?" "It's me, the car." "I've been waiting for someone like you," the voice replied cheerfully. Sarah blinked in disbelief. "A talking car? Am I dreaming?" "Nope, you're wide awake. My name is Spark, and I'm not just any car. I'm magical. I've been here for years, waiting for someone brave and adventurous enough to take me on a journey, and I think that someone is you." Sarah's eyes widened with excitement. "A magical car? This is incredible. What kind of journey?" Spark's engine revved softly. "Oh, you'll see. Hop in and I'll show you." Without hesitation, Sarah opened the door and slid into the driver's seat. The interior was just as amazing as the outside, with buttons and levers she'd never seen before, and the steering wheel felt warm and alive beneath her hands. "Buckle up," Spark said with a playful tone, and Sarah quickly fastened her seatbelt. With a soft hum, Spark's engine roared to life, and before Sarah knew it, the car lifted off the ground. "We're flying!" Sarah gasped, gripping the steering wheel tightly. The garage door opened by itself, and Spark soared into the sky. Below them, the town looked like a patchwork of tiny houses and streets. "This is amazing," Sarah laughed, the wind whipping through her hair as they flew higher and higher. "Where are we going?" "We're heading to a magical place," Spark replied. "But first, we have to pass through the cloud bridge. Hold on tight." Sarah held her breath as Spark zoomed through fluffy white clouds. The world below disappeared, and soon they were surrounded by mist and glowing lights. Just ahead, a shimmering rainbow bridge appeared, stretching across the sky. "Wow," Sarah whispered. "Is this the cloud bridge?" "Yes, it connects our world to the land of wonders," Spark explained. "But there's a little challenge. We have to solve a riddle to cross safely." Sarah loved riddles, so she nodded eagerly. "I'm ready. What's the riddle?" A soft voice echoed from the rainbow bridge. "To pass, you must answer this. I am always moving, but I never leave my place. I can be big or small, but I never show my face. What am I?" Sarah thought hard. Always moving, never leaving, big or small. Suddenly, it clicked. "Is it the wind?" she guessed. The rainbow bridge shimmered with approval. "Correct. You may pass." Spark zoomed across the cloud bridge, and as they crossed, the mist cleared to reveal the most magical land Sarah had ever seen. The land of wonders was full of floating castles, shimmering lakes, and trees with leaves that sparkled like diamonds. "Welcome to the land of wonders," Spark said. "This is where anything is possible." Sarah's heart raced with excitement as they flew over the magical landscape. Below, she could see animals talking, flowers singing, and even dragons playing in the fields. It was like a dream come to life. "Where should we go first?" Sarah asked, her eyes wide with wonder. "There's a special place I want to show you," Spark said. "It's called the Meadow of Dreams. It's where all the wildest dreams come true." They flew towards the meadow, and as they landed, Sarah saw that the field was covered in soft, glowing flowers. The air was filled with the sweet scent of magic. "Every flower here holds a dream," Spark explained. "Pick one and it will grant you a wish." Sarah bent down and carefully picked a glowing pink flower. She closed her eyes and made a wish. "I wish for an adventure I'll never forget." As soon as she made her wish, the flower's petals floated into the air, surrounding her with sparkling dust. Suddenly, the ground shook, and out of nowhere, a giant tree sprouted in the middle of the meadow. The tree had a door carved into it. "Looks like your wish just opened the door to a new adventure," Spark said with a sigh. Sarah grinned. "Let's go." They opened the door and stepped inside. To Sarah's surprise, they weren't in a tree anymore. They were in a magical forest filled with creatures she had never seen before. Talking birds, friendly giants, and even a group of fairies greeted them as they walked through the forest. This place is amazing, Sarah said in awe. I wish I could stay here forever. Spark chuckled. That's the magic of this world. Every adventure feels like it could last forever. As they continued exploring, Sarah learned valuable lessons from the magical creatures she met. A wise owl taught her the importance of courage, a kind giant showed her the value of kindness, and a group of playful fairies reminded her that it's okay to have fun and be a little silly sometimes. After hours of exploring, Sarah and Spark returned to the Meadow of Dreams. Thank you, Spark, Sarah said, hugging the car. This has been the best adventure of my life. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Sarah, Spark replied. But remember, the adventure doesn't end here. Whenever you need me, I'll be waiting. With that, Spark flew them back home, landing softly in her grandfather's garage. As Sarah stepped out of the car, she looked back with a smile. See you soon, Spark. See you soon, Sarah, Spark said as the garage door slowly closed. And from that day on, Sarah knew that as long as she had Spark, there would always be another magical adventure waiting for her, just around the corner.